Big fella, what you got?
Well, this is kind of a get off my lawn. These stinking ass kids topic, but I wanted to talk about aging children, new age problems involved, and make a bold statement by saying that our parents had it made.
I bet they'd beg to differ.
So
Okay.
lately, which I don't know, I've heard Dave express dismay about this before, but it was before Wyatt had his driver's license. And the thing that I'm talking about is that my kids have been making plans with other kids
Okay.
via the phone or one of the messaging apps or Xbox or going to Champions Club in the morning and talking and plotting and all this shit. And then like wanting these plans to come to fruition without ever running it by like their authority figures.
Okay.
And it's just really pissing me off lately.
I can understand that.
And when I say that, it's like, for example, my parents are retired.
Correct.
Okay. So I have a full-time job. My wife has a full-time job.
My wife.
And the kids, now that they're on summer break,
Ain't got no full-time job.
they ain't got no full-time jobs.
Well,
So like today,
send it, brother love.
So today, I'm at work. I get a phone call from my son first. Hey, Dad, have you gotten a text message from so-and-so's mom? No. Well, you're probably going to.
That's nice of him to warn you.
And then he said that she's going to take me to Holiday World. And I'm like, at this point, I'm thinking, okay, what am I mean, I appreciate you letting me know that you're going to Holiday World.
Correct.
Allegedly.
But like, I don't know what I can do to aid in this adventure because I'm at work, you know?
Yeah.
Or, hey, can I go to DBAT today? And I said, no, we got so much other stuff going on. Okay. Well, then like I come back upstairs or come wherever, and he's like getting his bat bag together and shit. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm going to DBAT. And I'm like, I already told you that we don't, like, I can't today. Like, I got too much on the schedule. Oh, no, I called Papaw. He's taking me. And I'm like, buddy, we're going to a get together like later as a family. Like,
Obviously, he's not.
you can't. So I guess that's the thing that really has chapped my ass lately is that,
Other than Jorge.
yeah, that they've, R.I.P. He's toast. He's gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's
Congratulate.
The hemorrhoid on my asshole.
Oh,
The hemorrhoid on my asshole.
It was like a ping
As
pong
opposed to the
ball.
hemorrhoid in your armpit.
It was a ping pong
you get a
ball.
hemorrhoid in your armpit?
No.
No, that's what. Never.
Because
you
aren't
can't.
hemorrhoids technically just like a
Busted blood vessels. Yep.
yeah? So
in your
technically
anus.
you could. Oh,
Yeah, strictly in your
specific
asshole.
to it.
Mm.
Did you use a little preparation H or witch hazel or
No. When they get real angry, you do.
did
Or
I don't
tux.
think I've ever had a hemorrhoid.
did Justine just massage it out for you?
Mm-mm. No.
Tux is
It hangs
witch
in there
hazel.
like a speed bag.
Really?
I've definitely never had one of those.
Yeah, like, you know, like what the boxers did.
Yeah, it's the speed bag. You're correct.
It's right there on your asshole.
Just hanging down.
Not like flappy, like
that thing in the back of your
your
throat.
uvula. No, not like that. Your vulva. Your
Yeah, that's-
hymen.
Vulva and hymens is in your
It's
It's
vagina.
not your hymen.
Hymen hurt.
Oh, my.
Yeah, my hymen.
Man, we've been doing this so long, I forget some of the shit we
I
talked
know.
about.
Yeah. There's some that don't though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so then that's one. And then my daughter's doing the same shit. Like today I'm at work once again. My mom takes them to volleyball camp.
Yeah, Zoe participated too.
Yeah. Get a phone call. Dad? Uh-huh. Can I go to so-and-so's house after volleyball camp? Her mom says it's okay. And I'm like, what? Like, where's your grandma? She's right here. And I said, well, I thought you were going with it. Well, yeah, but I want to do this instead. Is that okay? Can you pick me up after work? And it's just like, I want to go home after work.
Sleep in the driveway.
Yeah, and take my driveway nap, take a shit, shower, relax a little bit because it was hotter than balls today. And it just really has been pissing me off lately about like the kids and their manipulative plans and like.
Well, you did that when you was a kid.
I know, but it was more like, hey, have your mom call my mom.
Yeah, and
to
then
see
she'll
if-
tell you that it's okay that I stay the night.
Yeah,
If
like-
you ask, she'll say yes.
Yes, like that kind of stuff definitely happened when we were younger. But I would just walk my happy ass down to Ian's and spend the night. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't a lot of times driving involved or,
Yeah.
you know, I got to be picked up at this time in the morning because I've got my buddy's got a travel baseball tournament in Africa that he's got to leave. For-
I felt the rain down in Africa.
Right. So, you know, it's like there's always these huge stipulations like, I really want to go. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I get it. But I really don't want to wake up at 4:30 in the morning and pick you up because such and such has got plans already.
To leave for Africa for a travel baseball tournament.
Yeah. You know, so I
Weston
don't know.
just tried this tonight. He stayed at a buddy's house last night after Holiday World. And he came in and I was in the shower. So after I got done working on the pool, I took a shower for tonight.
Yeah.
Because I just didn't want to be grungy and sweaty. I just want to be regular sweaty.
Yeah.
Dad! Yeah, buddy. Can I stay at such and such's house? I was like, no. I got to ride both ways. I was like, you got an acolyte Sunday. Today's Friday. I was like, yeah. But your shit's already f***ing up my weekend schedule. So, no, you can stay home.
That's the thing that I think pisses me off the most. And I fall victim to this a lot. And I feel
And I'm not judging the acolyte. You got to do that. But
When
it's
I
like,
look-
God dang, we
that
got
when I look
acolyting at church.
candles,
You light the
light and
candles.
extinguish.
And then you hold
It's the Lutheran form of altar boys.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Servers type
Server-
stuff.
yeah, I got you. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like altar boy is kind of a rough statement. Like that's a tough title.
Altar
Yeah.
server.
Altar
Altar.
server. Yeah.
Server.
Server.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
But I think that's the thing that pisses me off the most is that like I kind of mentally prepare for the weekend. Like I've got to finish things up in the bathroom. The dishes our house looks like a fraternity. You know what I mean? Because we've been running and
Do you
gunning,
want me to come down and judge that? Because I lived in a fraternity house for 4 years.
running and gunning all week.
Is
You
your
know,
I
carpet
think he just
sticky?
let you go. He's like, I don't even want to hear your opinion.
Yeah.
yeah. Nobody gives a shit about your hoity-toity fraternity there, Sigma Alpha.
Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture.
What is it?
You weren't privy to?
Alpha Epsilon Sigma Chi Phi.
We were Lambda Chi Alpha.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Imagine that.
Shout out.
If you can't go Greek, go Teak. And if you can't go Teak, go the home. You ever heard that
Our
one?
teaks were different there at the University of
Yeah.
So.
But anyway, you got all these plans already like planned out. And then here comes these kids just throwing a whole bucket full of wrenches in them, you know? And
Plus,
it's like,
your bride's working this weekend.
yeah. So that was another thing. Like,
Because she don't care because she's going to work. So
Yeah.
it falls onto you.
sure, which is fine because that's what I told her today. Was she called me, you know, sometime after work and when I got home and could tell I was a little frazzled. I said, "What?" She goes, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "Nothing. It's just like I've got a bunch of like mind controlling robots that are telling me about all these plans that they've made, and I got to run here and do this and take this kid here and." And then when you get, you know, and then like when you get home and you say, hey, your mom wants you to sort the laundry if you don't mind. Ugh, what? You know, so then I go and spend $50 on pizza and get them all pizza to eat.
Is there a critter?
That's a frog.
Hmm.
No piss toad here. Here, bring him up here on the table. He can hang out.
Yeah, you can hang out on the table. Now, see, my problem with it is, and I've had this conversation with my bride before, and this isn't anybody else's problem other than mine, but I'm a planner.
Yeah.
No.
Like when I go to work in the
He's a
morning, like
planner.
I can't tell you how often I'll text Jenna at 7:30 in the morning. What do you want to do for supper tonight? And Jenna, just the way Jenna is, she has no freaking idea what we're gonna do for supper in 12 hours.
Yeah.
And
Which
I
is
plan
probably
my
what
whole
most sane beings
day. My whole day, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to work. That's gonna suck. Then the kids got baseball, and I got to drive here, and I got to do that. And most of this is probably because, and I've been so busy I can't do this, but my whole day revolves around when can I crack a beer. And here lately, it's been like once a week, which is horse shit. But then you start getting like, hey, Dad, can I go spend the night at such and such's house? When? Like, no.
Yeah.
No, kiss my ass.
I know. That's the thing that pisses
I'm
me
on the
off.
shitter. I've been sweating my sack off all day. I took PTO to build this gosh dang pool because mainly the kids are going to enjoy it. I mean, I'll get my good fair share.
I was gonna
out
say
of it.
you get your pool time in there.
Normally at night when the stars are out and everybody's in bed and I'm just out there floating and drinking the sweet, sweet fruit berry wine.
Oh, fruit berry wine.
But but that's my biggest problem with it. Like if you want to tell me 3 days before that you want to stay the night at little Johnny's house and you've got a ride figured out, even if you don't, yeah, hell yeah, we'll figure it out. I can plan for that.
Yeah.
But you don't come telling me at noon on Friday that you want to stay the night at your buddy's house at noon 30 on Friday, because I was
Yeah.
here to tell you, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
But now, of course, he's getting smart. I got to ride both ways. And I'm like, okay. Little Johnny's parents must think I'm a piece of shit because they got to drive both
It's what I'm
ways.
thinking. It's what I'm saying because a
And
lot
then
of times,
the other night when we were at your house, you got caught in the crossfire because I felt bad for you, buddy, because you reacted the same way I would have. Hey, Dad, can I go to Holiday World tomorrow with blah, 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 blah? Your mom's talking to somebody, Max. Asking a fucking minute. His mom's on the phone. Just asking a fucking minute, and the whole time he's got this kid's mom on the phone,
Right.
and you're reaming his ass about, like, hey, don't be a dickhead.
yeah, like
And then that was real awkward. And she's like, hey, yeah, I'll come get him.
it was
But,
yeah. So we're sitting in the garage conversating,
And he just
and
shoved
he
the
just
phone
he
in the
just
warden's
rams right up into the conversation. He's like, "Mom, hey, can you talk to her?" Yeah. Like, hey, and I'm like, Max, can you just give her a second, man? Well, she's on the phone. I said, I don't give a goddamn if she's in an airplane hovering over the roof. Like you're in the middle of a conversation here, and you're being a turd bucket. I don't know. I think it's just part of them, either the puberty or the seventh gradeness.
Now, that is where our parents would have had it better because
there's no
most
phones,
of us-
no cell phones.
you was
No
tied to the
social-
wall. You just
Yeah.
had to sit farther than the cord.
So
would
that was
go.
the thing. That's where I was getting at.
But now they just show up with their own phone. Hey,
My
hey,
parents-
Hey.
My parents got
Hey.
real pissed off at me because I would get on my bicycle and take off riding
Get on your bikes and ride.
to Holland, and they wouldn't know where I was. And as long as I was home by so and so time, but then I would never be home by that time. So then they would just go driving around, and then they would find me, and then my ass was grass. Like it happened a lot. It was a big thing. A lot of friends laughed about it. Da da da. But the thing is, nowadays, like that's why I say our parents had it made. Like my parents, since we lived in Holland, like they ran their nuts off taking me to the sports, taking my brother to the sports, doing all the stuff. But now I feel like our kids have so much more opportunities to ditch us or do other things or, whatever. And now it's just like you literally just, I don't want to ditch out on my kids because one of these days they're not going to want to hang out with me.
My kids don't want to hang out with me.
Like Justine's told me that before. Like you go in there and you tuck her in because one of these days she's not going to want you to do that anymore. And I'm like, well, when does that start? Because like I'm already in bed. Like no, that's just being she's like you asshole.
Dad of the year.
You asshole. You get your ass in there, But it's like, give me a break, When you run 4 days a week through the evenings, with the softballs and the
I had a near shit fit
basketballs.
the other day. 'Cause
You know
I
what I
thought
mean?
Weston took the golf cart to the windmill chill. Come to find out, he left with a buddy. But I didn't even know he left with a buddy. His buddy was like, hey, he asked if he could come. It's cool with you. It's cool with me. Cool. Appreciate it. Yeah, that'll work out. Let me talk to Jenna. Well, then shitbag in there. I don't know if he talked to Jenna or talked to me, but I was like, well, we'll figure it out. But he never said nothing when he left. He just left. And I looked on. Now, this is something our folks didn't have. I looked on that Find My, because that kid's got a cell phone. And I'm like, that little shitbag's at the windmill chill. And last I'd seen him, he was driving the golf buggy. And I nearly had a high-speed coming apart. I texted, you call me right now. And I called him. He didn't answer. I called him. He didn't answer. I was like, you better call me. If you ever want to see daylight again, you will call me back. And I never heard. And then the warden, she's like, well, he went with his buddy's parents. Well, where's the GD golf cart? I think it was your daughter said, it's right there. I'm like, oh. Nah, NFH. Everything's fine. So I apologized to him. I'm like, God dang, buddy, you got to communicate a little better.
Well, big fella, I wish I could provide a little bit more insight, and I wish I could help a little bit more, but, we just don't have it in our household yet. Like I said earlier there, 7, 5, and 2. We just don't have it. But I think some of it is the precedent is set, because I mentioned it, my parents' favorite word was no. And I think you just got to use no more. I'm not in any position to, hand out parenting advice, because I'm just not. I don't have teenagers.
Now, see Wyatt Smoker. Now, I'm gonna tell you what, and you're exactly right about setting the precedent. I was scared to death. I never held a baby in my life until my oldest child was born.
Well, most men don't, because it's just awkward.
Yeah, you don't hold babies. And they went to give me this child, and I was like, okay, I'm
Did you have
ready.
your shirt on or off? Did you go straight skin to skin contact?
On. No, I would
Okay.
not have done that at that point in time in my life. It weirded me out.
Were you wearing a pearl snap or what? Pack of Marlboros
It
in the
was
front pocket?
Probably very possible, and I guarantee I had cigarettes on me. 100%. When the second kid was born, not only was I probably wearing a pearl snap and had cigarettes on me, but I went and bought a golf cart shortly after he popped out of there.
Jenna can't say no when she's still got that epidural in.
But yeah, I was like, well, babe, we're going to go get some food. My mom happened to come up and visit, and I think my sister was there. And I was like, we're going to go pick something up. She's like, yeah, that's fine. Go pick something up to eat. I'm like, okay, we'll be back. And I went and wheeled and dealed on this blue Yamaha G1 golf cart. And then we got some chicken of some sort. But at any rate, with Wyatt,
Chicken of some sort.
I was so scared to death at kids, like I didn't know what to do. So I'm like, hey, you better knock that off now. And he's an infant. And somewhere in his toddler age, like he was, and I think a lot of kids do this, he was getting an attitude. And he was getting to where he'd hit if he didn't get what he wanted. So he's probably 2. And he smacked old Jenna Michelle. And I snatched that kid up from her. And I was like, hey, you don't hit my wife. I don't care who you are. Telling this
Only I can hit her.
And I sat him down on the ground. I'm like, you just sit there and think about that. And then she started crying, and she got up and went to him. I said, I swear to Christ, if you touch that kid, I'll hit you too. And then she's bawling. She is bawling. And then it wasn't 28 seconds later on that 1950s house I had, I heard the dish guy was coming. So Jenna's bawling, the kid's bawling, and I open the door, probably no shirt on.
What do you want, asshole?
Come on in, dickhead. Don't you stir no shit in here. That's probably why it turned out so good. I was a lot sterner with him, but yeah, god dang, I was. Don't you touch that kid.
I can see just
I'll
Dave,
swat your ass too.
wild turkey, one hand, cigarette up. Only I can do that to your mom, boy. Sit your ass down and learn a lesson.
Damn, she ain't gonna be proud of that story, but it happened. But look at that kid. He's a damn good
He's a good
kid.
boy. He's a good
Hell
boy.
yeah.
Real good.
Well, I tell you what, you're talking, you talk about that age where they're really pushing your buttons. I love Rhino to death. Boy's 5 now. But that boy and me, like, I've got to stay in the weight room because one day he's gonna be meaner than a junkyard dog. And I want him to be, like, when it comes to sports and other stuff and standing up for what you want to do. But I still want you to be sweet to your mother and be that sweet boy at home. But he and I, we're gonna fight someday.
Yeah, William's probably never moving out, and he's going to be bigger than I am. So I either got to get him buffaloed or I got to get bigger.
Well,
Because one of the two of us is going down the basement stairs in a tumble.
yeah, it's crazy.
Better be one big ass staircase.
I had to make them wide.
Yeah, it's wild. But hey, buddy, you know what? Your kids, they still love you, so that's the important thing.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Or I think they love you. I haven't asked them.
Probably.
I think they do.
Yeah.
Ellie does for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She's
oh
a
yeah.
sweetheart.
For sure. Yeah, she's a good girl. She's a good girl.